Hey guys, I am here with a review of Lego City Set 60295 Stunt Show Arena. Comes with 668 regular pieces. It retailed for $99.99 US dollars, so $100. In a rather large box. I believe it is the largest stunt set by piece count, the second largest by price, and the second best price per piece ratio. The back of the box shows some pictures of the set along with the flywheel functionality and a QR code. It does come with a lot of minifigures. Ironically, they seem to all have names, which we will get to. That is the box. Next, let's look at the stickers. There are 11 numbered stickers, 2 of them duplicate, so 13 in total. The largest one we will get to at the podium stand. Not too difficult to apply, and I think it's a reasonable amount of stickers for the size. For the books, we have a lot of books here, each book being a kind of separate build to make it very easy for younger children to build this. I think overall the building is very simple, with only a few exceptions. I think small kids might be a little bit hard to build this large fire ring, and some of the stickers might be a little difficult. But overall, the building is very simple. I don't think most kids will have any problem. It's a shame that with all these books, one of them had to be a different size, but it's somewhat understandable since the Ring of Fire was a bit larger. Okay, then for extra pieces, we of course do have quite a few extra pieces here. I will say that this coral colored hat is not extra. That goes to the motorcyclist, and the orange hair here also goes to another figure. The only printed piece is this pop top, soda top, and we have a hot dog piece, an extra tire here, 2 visors, one of them being goggles, the other being clear, microphone piece. So it's a nice collection of extra pieces. Quite standard, except for maybe that pop top. And we have an orange piece puller. Okay, next I would normally go through the minifigures, but rather than that, let's go through the different components of the set. So one of the first things you build is this motorcycle, which is very simple. You put the tire on this wheel, clip it in place, and put the handles in. That's it. So this consists of a total of 4 pieces aside from the minifigure. What I really love about this is the coral helmet. It's the first time for me seeing a helmet in coral, and I liked it way more than I thought I would. Goes very well, the printing on the helmet goes very well with the printing on the bike. And so these two work very well together. I think the color combo is also good, but the rest of the minifigures color combo is really kind of terrible in my opinion. I don't think this Arctic torso goes well at all with the bike, but I'm fine because I'm just going to use it with Arctic sets instead. So I don't think overall it goes well, but the helmet and the bike go really well together. This flywheel feature works well. You can see it does have a bit of it's not a pullback, it's just got some moment of gravity there to keep it spinning and help it along. He is the one with the coral hat, and he has a name. His name is Alex. Then we'll go to the podium. He has no last name. So the podium we have here, also built in the first bag with Alex the biker. We have here Dynamo Doug, who rather made me think of Lightning McQueen with his torso here. He seems to be the announcer with the microphone and the prize cup. And then we also seem to have what I thought was a mother-daughter, but according to Brickset and Bricklink, this is child boy with no name, just child boy, and you can see happy face on one side and surprised face on the other. I think child first going to a monster truck rally would probably be surprised, and he has a small toy car, well, large toy car compared to him. And I guess this is his mother's. She came in the same bag and also has a similar hairstyle, but different, which I think is quite nice. One side we have glasses and a smiley face, and the other we have a more serious face. And it's just called Stuntz Spectator, so no name here either. For the podium, we have Vita Rush again as a sponsor. I like the reoccurrence of Vita Rush and Octane now in Lego City. And here it says City Stuntz and Sport with a lot of fire. Very simple, but it gets the point across. I think it's nice. The instructions had these right next to each other, but then the people had trouble standing at all podiums, so I think it's better to space them out. We also have a food stand and a TV camera, and this character is also not named, just Stuntz Spectator, which is a bit odd because I imagine she's the only one to work at the stand unless you have Dynamo do it or one of the drivers. No one can really operate the camera except then the mother or the child, but okay, whatever. Here we have two more stickers, Vita Rush and Extreme. It's interesting that we have two stickers to one piece, but I don't really mind. Here's where we have two of the sodas unmarked on the side. They're green though, maybe part of Vita Rush. And we have one hot dog, and we see here on the till machine it says $9.99, so I don't know if that's for the hot dog or the drinks or either, hopefully a combo, but they can only sell one combo. Okay. Anyway. So next, let's take a look at this ring. And what's interesting here, yes, as you can see, there are some yellow, I imagine, metal barrels that were painted yellow to be here and be knocked over by the motorcycle jumping through the ring of flame. We also have these rockets to spin around. Let me bring that in a bit closer. These rockets to spin around as the motorcyclist goes through. What's interesting here is they are attached, so you can pull these Technic pins out to separate also the cage and the ramp. You don't really need to, but perhaps it's nice for travel or something. This ramp is done with these plates here, which I haven't seen used in a while, so good to see them back in use. And we have these nice lip pieces for a really smooth transition. We get quite a few of those in this set. And of course, this nice panel is a good inclusion as well. All of these have these rubber tires here to keep the stationary ramp-like objects from moving around. Of course, it's not needed on the concession stand or the winner's circle, but anything that a car might be driving up or through. So on this one, it's only included on the ramp because normally you would connect it. This is nice to have some more of the railroad pieces here. You get 4 of them in a ring. And you have this interesting cage that I guess you can have people stand in as they watch the motorcycle go through. Then we have The ramp, this is made in the beginning, rather simple. Uses the large ramp pieces. Again, we have these rubber pieces to keep it from slipping around when on the ground. So it doesn't look so good when it's closed, but I think it's good to have that feature anyway. Again, very simple. We only have one hinge, so it's not complex, and really the largest pieces are just four. Two of the ramps and two of the starting transition pieces. I think before we look at the big trucks, let's look at these collapsible cars. So as a truck would come on these cars, the tops will collapse. And these cars can also come off. They are only held on with 4 studs, but they do stay on relatively well. So I think if I shook hard, they would come off. Okay, maybe not, but they do easily come off. We have red and blue. I think they're very, very simple cars, of course, but that's the point, is they're going to be crushed, so why care too much? I think the feature is decent enough, and also we have more of the tires here. We also have tires on the vehicles, of course, so they can be used also to drive home as soon as you repair them. Then we have what I consider the main part of the set, is these monster trucks. So this one looks like a truck base. And this one is driven by a character whose name is Stuntz Truck Driver Male. Yep, very interesting name. And here he has he's like half pirate. We have a extreme jacket. And we have the pirate face with a patch and some gold teeth, one-sided printing, and then a leather rugby helmet with the goggles. Decent enough figure. The monster truck is quite nice. We have stickers all around, so 5 stickers, the top plus 2 on each side. Well, 2 on the hood, 1 on each side. I think the tiger emblem here looks a little effeminate, but still it's pretty good. This bright red does stick out a bit. Doesn't really clash strongly with the color scheme here, but could have been hidden more, or not looked like a giant block of pieces as it does. But it's not a major problem. What's interesting here is the suspension, which is only done by these Technic rubber pieces. You can see when I push down on the wheel, the Technic rubber compresses. It allows some movement both side to side and up and down for the suspension. So it works rather well. It can go over the ramp, but it doesn't really fly quickly as you might imagine. Then here, this one is my favorite truck, and this driver has the name of Ann McLeod, so somehow this driver got a full first and last name, like Dynamo there. You can see her torso is a big open mouth, so rather interesting. She's the one who also comes with the orange hair. So we have some freckles on the face, and a kind of serious face, and a little more happy face with a black helmet. I think the color scheme of her monster truck is very nice. It does match hers as well. This seems to be based more off of an SUV than a truck. What's interesting also is here we only have 3 stickers. These 2 panels for Cyber Beast are for some reason printed rather than stickers, so they didn't choose the largest piece to be printed, and they didn't choose to print everything, and they also didn't choose to do stickers for everything. Only Cyber Beast these two Cyber Beast panels were printed. This is a sticker, as are these two electric pieces. So we have effectively the exact same base between Cyber Beast and the cat truck, and only the cabs are different, but those are also somewhat similar. We have this nice trans yellow, the kind of Blacktron color. We also have yellow and black wheels. So this was the main reason I bought the set, actually, was to use these pieces for Blacktron. So overall, I think the set is actually very nice. It has a lot of play features and even more vehicles and tires. I checked on Bricklink and there are 10 of these tires plus one extra. There are 8 of the monster truck tires. And there are, of course, 8 of these vehicle tires as well. So you have a total of 29, because you also have the tire for the motorcycle and its back tire as well. So you really have, I feel like this set could have also been called Tires, Tires, Tires. It's really the most tires I've ever had in a Lego set. And not only small ones, we have very large ones as well. That being said, the set is $100 and 600 pieces. That's not a great price to piece ratio, but it is the second best within Stuntz after one of the, I think, the dunk tank truck, and it is better than the more expensive set with the clear loops as far as piece to price ratio. And even better is if you buy it used or on Bricklink or somewhere, you can get it for a really cheap price now. So I actually do think it's a wonderful set, easily a 4 out of 5. The piece to price ratio is a problem, but you can also get it on sale. So yeah, I think it's a wonderful set. I won't be keeping it as it is, but it does have a lot of play value, which what Lego is about. If you do have a child who really likes vehicles, or if you're an adult collector who likes vehicles and wants some wheels, like I did, this is really a perfect set. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.